Hey, good morning, everybody. Sarasota Tim coming to you from inside the office here at the home base, ex-home base here in Boynton Beach, Ted and Jolene's place. I'm sitting in the Crusher, and I slept in a different Crasher last night for a couple of nights. I'm very comfortable in there, actually. Miss Jolene has created her a little sewing room in an enclosed trailer. And she's fixed it up really nice, as you know Miss Jolene can do. When I walked in there, I couldn't believe it. It's like a tailor's room. But like I said the other day, down on the floor, she's got my trifold mattress that I never regretted buying when I traveled to Utah with my 4Runner to do some car camping and go out to Hell's Revenge. Did you guys ever check out that video? Search for 21 4Runner conquers Hell's Revenge. And you will not believe what I did with my brand new 2021 Toyota 4Runner, red, Barcelona red, within a month or two of owning it. Didn't do any damage to it or anything. It's not like that, but you certainly aren't going to believe what I did. And I would never do it again on any vehicle. If it was a true off-road vehicle or like one of those side-by-sides that they rent there, it's very easy to conquer Hell's Revenge because you're low to the ground, you can see out everything. But when it's only hood and sky sitting in behind the wheel of a new 4Runner, man, that was something. So I wanted to continue with our devotional this morning because I'm so grateful for my eye surgery. Let me give you an update on what's going on. I see the doctor this morning. You know, there's a follow-up visit the day after, and the idea of looking out of one eye is half blind. Not that you wouldn't appreciate having vision still, but when you only can see over here, this is why they don't want me to drive to the doctor's today, because it's not that I'm under the influence of any propofol. It's that I can't see. I mean, with a patch on your eye, you have to get so used to it. If you had a glass eye or one eye, and this morning, after sleeping last night, I feel, you know, when you were a kid and you had all that sleepy in your eye or something, I may not even have it, but it feels like it, and it's watering, and it's just this big old thing on my eye. It's, I want it off. I want it off. I hope that he doesn't say, okay, we just need to take it off this morning and look at you and then put it back on for another 2 or 3 days. But whatever he says, believe me, I'm listening to your comments and I'm listening to the doctor. I will follow instructions explicitly. What's a little bit disconcerting is I haven't had my eye drops now, and I have an eye open. I wonder if I should do them in that eye. I might as well, huh? Just go ahead and put the eye drops in this eye. They never really were clear about what to do post-surgery or anything. So, well, I'm going to see him this morning anyway. I'll just wait, I guess, and I'll see him at 10:45. And before I get into the devotional, let me talk to you again about Ted and Jolene. I have told them every one of your comments about how much you compliment them on being so nice and good friends to me. And they truly do appreciate it. I mean, they're really, really good people. I mean, one guy commented, you can't even rely on wife, mother, daughter, son, but good friends sometimes. And that's not to say that you can't on those relatives, but maybe in my situation, yeah, I'm sure if my daughter was closer to me and everything, she would totally care for me. So I don't mean it in any way like that. But I do thank God for Jolene. I mean, really. She has really done everything to help me with all my needs. She fed me a wonderful meal last night. Her and I and Teddy sat at the tiki hut. She had some leftover pork barbecue in this sauce. Her salads that she makes every night, because she's a very healthy eater, have all the great ingredients, including all those radishes that I love. They're always the same. And she had this sesame something dressing from Ken's that was amazing, and her leftover potato salad. And aside from the salad that was new, the potato salad was left over, and this pork. And I said, when did you make this? She goes, I don't know, a few weeks ago. I'm like, it really does age better. It gets better with age. She froze it, and heated it up. We have a friend that's visiting from New York, of the entire people here. He grew up with Teddy. His name is Tom, and his wife Lucy. And they live in New York, and they are just darling people. Lucy's from Colombia. Tom is totally from New York with the strongest New York accent you ever heard. Sweetest guy in the world. Well, he picked up a nail in the front tire of his rental, and he's had 3 rental cars, and he didn't want to take it back because he didn't want to get another rental car and have to relearn. So Tom's a little bit challenged when it comes to all these new cars and their buttons. So we said, okay, we'll plug it. And I tried to help, and we pulled the nail out. It was a little skinny little pin nail right in the middle of the front driver tire. When we pulled it out, sure enough, it was all the way through. The air was really blowing out. And we put a little spit over the nail, and it was bubbling. It was definitely leaking because his little light came on saying low tire pressure. And he was asking about it. I said, well, yeah, you got a leak. And so it showed what tire it is. And thank God for the new technology today, so you don't have to go around and look for every tire. And so we knew what tire it was. We narrowed it down. He backed up slowly. We found the nail. We pulled it out. We had a plug kit here. For the first time in my life, a plug did not work. A plug, I believe in plugs. I always had a saying that it'll leak anywhere but there again, because, they like to patch them now. When you go to the tire place, they don't want to plug them because of liability. So they take the tire off the rim, they go inside the tire and place a square patch, which is the best repair, it really is. But it's a little more costly, and you got to have someone do it, where a plug you can just do, side of the road or whatever. And when we plugged it, it still was leaking out the side. I'd never seen anything like it. It was like there was a round hole where the nail was, and then when I routed it out with the tool they give you that's got like a file on it, to make it the hole a little bit bigger so you can push the plug through, there was like a little split that in the radial, I guess, that sort of tore. And now, instead of a round hole, we have a round hole with a little bit of a tear on the side. And it was leaking really good. It was going to go down in, no time. So that wasn't working, and we put another plug in. We pushed that plug on the inside of the tire. Long story short, plug didn't work. The car's around front. Jolene gave him, they're staying in an Airbnb down the street, Tom and Lucy. And we gave him, I got a mouse in my pocket. She gave him her other car. They got a few cars around here. You can't hide money, folks. And he called back right away, and we were worried, oh my gosh, this guy's got the worst luck. Now something happened with the Mini. But he was just raving about what a great little car she's got there. It's a BMW Mini, a little 6-speed, a little fun little car. Well, she's got 2 of them. And that one's for sale. And she got one that's the club wagon or whatever you call it, that's a little bit bigger. The newer one with a barn door tailgate on it. That's what she rode me to the doctor, the surgery center in yesterday. Oh, you could just tell from riding in the passenger seat what a nimble, quick, quality, solid feeling car that thing is. And I used to have a Civic Si a long time ago, and it had a 6-speed transmission. And I did I put a short shifter in it. I reduced the throw. So all you guys and gals out there know a little bit about modifications. I reduced the shifting from as much as it would move to a shorter distance, so you could shift quicker, being a race car driver. I did all these mods, and it had Recaro seats with the bolsters on the side. I went through a midlife crisis, and anyway, I had a fun time with that car. But that reminded me of it, and the 6-speed transmission, it's just, Tom called back last night, and he was like, this car is amazing. Especially when he got out of that Nissan, I don't know, it's not a Maxima, it's the one below that, but they're nice cars, luxury type car that we have here on the lot that we're going to take to Goodyear this morning and get a patch done. So anyway, Tom and Lucy, back to the story, tried to fix the tire, couldn't. Tire went down, gave him a car. He's back down at the Airbnb. He will come this morning. We have a shop here, a full mechanic shop, tools, and air compressor. So Ted's going to, blow up that tire. It won't go down before he gets to Goodyear, which is just around the corner. We'll leave it. He'll walk back, or we'll pick him up. It's literally a few blocks away. And they'll patch it for him, and he'll be back on his way. And he's been hanging out with us a lot anyway here. That's what he did last year when he came down from New York. First, they went to Colombia to see her people, because she's Colombian, like I said, Lucy. And then they come here. And they just want to be out of that, winter time. So they leave every year, and they go see her people, then they come here, and they get to enjoy this wonderful place that you also know so well. And it really is fun being here. Let's see what I can tell you more. Well, I think I'll do a separate video on the devotional, because I don't want anybody to trail off that doesn't like my devotionals. And I want to give you the morning chat. And I'm just trying to fill you in what's going on. So, about my eye. The elephant in the room. Just having this on for hours now, and overnight, and now this morning, waking up, struggling to see anything. Wait, back up. Let me tell you about the care I'm getting. Let me brag on Miss Jolene some more. So last night she told me, we were watching Grit TV, and we were watching McClintock with John Wayne. And it had some, Dick Van Dyke's brother in it, and John Wayne's actual son. And I got my hat on because I got a hat. Couldn't go to the shower, couldn't go to the gym. I can't drive, can't get a shower. We have a shower here. I'll show it to you. Wonderful shower. Hot water outside. It's a little chilly for me to get butt naked and get in there this morning. And I'm not supposed to get this wet. So as soon as I get to the doctor, if they remove this, I'll head to the gym or shower here when I get back. They'll just have to deal with me. I'll brush my teeth and sponge bath a little bit, wash my face and hands. Country boy will survive. All right, Baker, get back to the story. You're bouncing all around. And I'll tell you why I'm bouncing around, because I'm all coffeeed up. I got my coffee this morning. Because last night when we were watching McClintock, Jolene said, we're going to go to the gym in the morning. They're very good about going to the gym. And they drove the 67, the Ford convertible. And she said, I'll leave a pot of coffee right here made. You just push the button and you'll have some coffee. So I come out of the trailer this morning, literally a trailer, enclosed trailer, like a U-Haul trailer. It's all white though. It's a real nice one. Come out of my bedroom there. And, they do have the facilities here with the shower and a restroom. So I took care of my ablutions. And I walked down to the tiki hut. And I already knew what, to do, and that she was going to leave me coffee. And what did I find? A note leaning up against a coffee machine. Good morning, Tim. And just push the button. The coffee's ready. There's creamer in the refrigerator and a metal can, a little creamer can. So cute. She said something about something went sour or bad, and there's whole milk in that. They like to use half and half. And we just have some milk. She's going to do some shopping today, I think, when she drops me off at the doctor. Leaves me this note. There's milk in the refrigerator and some bread, some of that Killer Days bread. Oh, and boiled eggs. There's a bowl of boiled eggs. So I had breakfast. I had a boiled egg, a slice of, they got the dark bread, that pumpernickel or wheat, dark wheat, whatever it is. I just ate that slice of bread. It was delicious. Best bread I ever ate in my life. I had a boiled egg and the creamer, and I drank the whole pot of coffee. It was a little 4-cup mini, Mr. Coffee you get at Walmart. And I had a big, large cup. I drank 2 cups. That killed it. I'm all hopped up now. Wasn't that sweet that she left that coffee for me and a little note? And now she's going to, come back from the gym and be ready to take me to Delray Beach to my doctor and wait on me. Or go to Walmart right next door that she needs to go to. And I can, simply wait for her if I had to. It's not a problem at all. And the reason I'm in the crusher, We have a very, very windy day. It was forecasted to be windy starting at 3 a.m. last night, and it did, right on the money. And the palm fronds were blowing against the trailer. And I was scared. I thought, who's out there? Who's trying to get me? And it was like fingernails or something. And then it's tucked away, so it doesn't really get the buffering. So I didn't recognize the wind. I just heard the palm fronds like raking across it. And even after I finally knew what it was, and I came out, I had to pee one time in the middle of the night. And I recognized and remembered the weather forecast. I still was a little bit startled when the wind picked up and it started making some new sounds. So, to say the least, it was, and this area back here where the trailer is, where I'm at, is where I used to come years ago and put up a tent. See, I've been knowing Teddy for so many years that I used to come here from Sarasota and from Atlanta, and when I used to live there, and I would bring a tent and set up at the end of the driveway out there and right near the water with an easy up and lights and a hammock and all these things. And I called that spot Tight Pants Point. And so it's always been named Tight Pants Point. So Teddy says to me last night, you're back home, back where you started, back out on Tight Pants Point. And they're just having a kick out of me being here, and I'm enjoying it being with them. Chef Luke, who you guys know, and his wife are in Disney World. So they'll be back tomorrow. I'm probably going to go ahead and hang out because they wanted to see me, and they want to make his brother's coming who I've never met, and they want to make a roast beef in the oven. And who's gonna turn down a free meal, right? They just love to cook. They all get together every night. There's always plenty of food, and that's just what they do. So I'll stick around and meet Luke's brother and see them and enjoy another meal together. And I don't know, I'll let you guys know later today. If the doctor's wanting me to see him again in just a week, I'll probably go back to Jacksonville and drive back. If he wants to see me in 2 or 3 days, I'm not going to leave. But I don't see why he would need to see me that soon. But I just don't know. So that's what's going on. But I was going to tell you about the eye. It's really hard to work with one eye. This is very difficult. It's not uncomfortable, but it is. And my eye doesn't hurt in any way. I do feel sometimes like I have an eyelash in my eye. And last night it was kind of itching a little bit, which I can't get to. There is a plastic eye shield behind the tape that's, pushed out, domed out. Oh, my lights just went out. Oh, that's because the 30-minute timer, those will go out again in a minute, and I'll turn them back on. Toyotas are smart. It's really, like I couldn't, if he told me to leave this on for a couple more days, before even seeing him again, I can't leave because I can't drive. I can't drive like this. And I'd never hear the end of it from you guys, and I wouldn't do it anyway. I can't see. I mean, it's really difficult. This eye, remember, has got glaucoma too. I don't see good out of it. Things are like looking through a dirty glass, but pretty clean. Not that bad. I don't want to exaggerate. It's my good eye, but it also, had the high pressure. That's why I take drops in both eyes. Enough about your eyes, Baker. We get it. You're blind. So I'm gonna keep looking over here. I told Teddy the other day, there's a picnic table out here on the water. And I was sitting there talking to my sister on the phone. And I told him, I said, in hindsight now, reflecting, sitting out there, I never come back here that much when I had the wolf pup up in the front there and I lived here. I sort of stayed in my own thing. But I sat out there and I was looking at the water and the boat went by and it was no wind. And the intercoastal was very calm, and one boat went by, going at a pretty good clip. And I'm just looking at the whole scenery and across the intercoastal, all those rich homes, and taking it all in. Like some of you say, that you really appreciate the optics sometimes when I video around Florida for you guys, with the palm trees and the beaches and the sand. And I am outside of the town in Jacksonville, and I'm not close to the water anymore. And that short of time that I've been away, and I haven't been away that long, I keep coming back down here, I really kind of had an epiphany. I said, man, they really do have, it really is paradise here. It really is. I mean, there's a multi-million-dollar home on both sides, and they're happy. You know, they beautiful, beautiful homes, pools. They get the same view. There's just something unique about the raw way they live here, and with the tiki hut and the tiny home and the shop, you know, and you know the outdoor shower, which is really nice, especially on a warm day. You know, it's totally private. You close the gate. There's palm fronds that go over the ceiling. Nobody can see or anything. You get in there butt naked and take you a shower. Feels good. You know, if it's really fun. You got everything you need in there, hot and cold water, mirrors to shave, and you know, it's really cool. It's like being in the Keys, you know? That's what it's like. And they would never change it, and I'm glad they don't. So anyway, I'll end this one, and then we will do a short devotional video. I haven't read it yet. I can't wait to see what it says, and hopefully I can get through it with one eye. But I was reading your comments last night. I woke up a couple of times, like I said, to go to the restroom, and I try to put myself back to sleep by reading a couple of comments. The comments are all sweet and lovely. Everybody was very happy about the success of the surgery. And I think as much of you guys as I do Ted and Jolene. I really do, even though a lot of you I haven't met and may never meet, and then I hope to meet in the future, because we got a long time together, folks. This isn't going to end. I'm a YouTuber. You're a community. We both feed from each other. You got what you're getting, and I'm got what I'm getting, and it's just getting better. And God is going to open up the doors for you and for me. And let's save all that for the devotional, right? Let's get into it. So right now, let's get into that and crush it.